Hello everybody, it's Miss Torres. It's a pleasure to make this video for you. So we are going to review the present perfect tense that those weeks we're talking about. So we are going to start. First we are going to say what is a present perfect or how to use a present perfect. So we use a present perfect tense to say that an action happened at an unspecified time before now. Ok, estamos hablando del presente perfecto y decimos que esto pasa o esto es cuando una acción pasa en un tiempo indeterminado o un tiempo que no sabemos, que no es específico. Ok, say that exact time is not important. So no es necesario saber en qué momento pasaron las cosas, ¿verdad? Eso no es importante. So let's take a walk and run through the rules for learning and using the tense. Okay, so here we already say that is an action happened at an unspecified time before now. Okay, so we are going to see here. So before we begin, let's review what is a verb to have. So we use the verb as a helping verb when forming the present perfect. Vamos a utilizar el verbo to have como un verbo de ayuda, okay? So, we are going to have here the personal pronouns. We already know that. So, remember that some personal pronouns, we have three different personal pronouns, okay? We have the first person, the second person, and the third person. Remember that the first person is I, okay? La primera persona es I. Second person, you, we, and they. And with that personal persons, we use the verb have, okay? And what happened with she, he, it? They are third person singular. So when we are going to use third person singular pronouns, we change the have and we use the verb has, que al final lo mismo, ¿verdad? Solo que esto cambia cuando son terceras personas. Okay, this sentence is formed using the two components. Okay, para formar una oración de un present perfect tenemos que tener dos componentes. The first one is helping verb have in the present tense. El primero es cuando nosotros tenemos el verbo have, ¿sí? En el presente, no lo cambiamos. And then the second one is the past participle form of a verb. Entonces, para poder escribir una oración, nosotros tenemos que tener el past participle, el pasado participio del verbo, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, aquí vamos a ver que tenemos que, what is a past participle? We are going to learn what is a past participle. Vamos a ver qué es un pasado participio. Ok, y hay dos formas de saber qué es un pasado participio. The first one is with a regular verb, the past participle ends with ed. And just like the simple past. Si ustedes se recuerdan cuando nosotros hablábamos del pasado, ¿sí? Cuando nosotros utilizamos o cuando vamos a hacer oraciones o vamos a hablar de cosas que ya pasaron anteriormente, utilizamos los verbos en pasado. Entonces, cuando nuestro verbo es regular, ¿qué pasa? Solo agregamos una ed o una d a nuestro verbo, ¿sí? Entonces, es lo mismo con el present perfect. Si nosotros identificamos en la oración que el verbo es un verbo regular, lo único que tenemos que hacer es agregar una ed al final del verbo. Okay, we have here some examples. Tenemos aquí algunos ejemplos de verbos regulares in past. Okay, the first one is collected, arrived, enjoyed, watched. Okay, so we are going. Repeat after me, please. Again, collected, arrive, enjoyed, watch. Okay, and as I already say, we have two meanings for past participle. Teníamos dos significados para un pasado participio. And the second one is that is an irregular verb have a special past participle form that you have to learn. Recordemos que cuáles eran los verbos irregulares, ¿ok? Recordemos que esos verbos irregulares son aquellos verbos que cuando nosotros vamos a utilizarlos en una oración en pasado, nuestro verbo cambia por completo, ¿sí? Su escritura y su pronunciación. So this is what we have in our list of the verbs. So we in our books we have a list of some irregular verbs on the page 127 en la página 127 in the back of your books en la parte de atrás de sus libros. So we have an irregular verb, a list. Tenemos una lista de los verbos irregulares donde ustedes pueden guiarse para poder hacer ejercicios sobre el present perfect. Okay, let's continue. So we have here some examples of irregular verbs. So please repeat after me. Sunk, sunk. And what is the infinitive form of the verb sunk? So when we say sunk, sunk is an irregular verb. So the infinitive verb is sink, but the past participle is sunk. Okay, we have another one that is swam. Swam. Repeat after me, please. Swam. Okay, and the infinitive verb is swim. Okay, let's continue. We have eaten. Eaten. Okay, what is the infinitive of eating? Is eat. Okay, and we have the last one. We have said. Said. And what is the infinitive of the verb said? Is said. Okay, let's continue. So, as we already say, this sentence is for using two components. Ya dijimos que para formar la oración tenemos dos componentes. Uno es el verbo have, ¿sí? Que ese lo mantendremos en el presente simple, en su forma presente no va a cambiar, y el past participle of the verb, ¿sí? So, here we have some examples, okay? We are going to read someone. So, the boat has sunk, she has collected, I have watched, my sister has swum, our guest has arrived, the teacher has said. Okay, if you see, si ustedes pueden ver ahí en los ejemplos que tenemos, we have some regular verbs and some irregular verbs. So we have to identify what kind of verb is the verb that we are going to use in our sentence. Tenemos que identificar qué tipo de verbo es el que nosotros vamos a utilizar en nuestra oración. Okay, let's continue. So here we are going to watch a video, so please pay attention. And maybe in another moment we are going to discuss what is the video about. But please pay attention and listen. So we are going to wait a little bit.
The jury has found you guilty. Let's see how America voted.
Sorry, he's changed his mind again. Stripes on the zebra, spots on the giraffe, no stars on the lion, and make the elephant bigger and the amoeba smaller.
We've voted you off the island.
Now look what you've done.
Thank you, but I've already provided for my children's college education. Damn. Hey, I love what you've done with the office.
Okay, now we are going to continue. Okay, we are going to continue with our presentation. So now for understanding the present perfect, so we already know that present perfect is used when the time of period is not unfinished, okay? So we have here an example of one sentence and say, I have seen 3 movies this week. Okay, so in that sentence, it's talking about the week, but the week is not finished yet. So for that reason, that sentence is when we use it when the time of the period, cuando el momento, no sabemos, aquí en este momento no sabemos que la semana no ha terminado. Entonces es un tiempo que todavía no ha terminado, ¿sí? Puede ser una semana, un mes, un año, ¿sí? Okay, the second one, the present perfect is often used when the time is not mentioned, okay? Utilizamos el presente perfecto cuando a menudo nosotros sabemos que el tiempo no lo mencionamos, ¿sí? No sabemos de él. Entonces, como por ejemplo, Jerry has failed his exam again. Él perdió su examen, no lo hizo, falló, ¿sí? Entonces, the third one, say the present perfect is often used when the time is recent. Okay? So, when the time is, con el tiempo es reciente, como que algo acaba de pasar. So, James has just arrived in Victoria. Okay, another way to use the present perfect is often used with for on and seen. Okay, so we use for and seen when we are talking about time, when we are talking about years. Okay, as an example, Greg has lived here for 20 years. Okay, another example of is Greg has lived here since 1978. Okay, so they give us a specific time. Yes, maybe this years, maybe it can be month. Okay, we can say a date. Podemos decir fechas, años, meses. Okay, in that moment we are going to use for and seen. Okay, in one use we say that is an unspecified time before now. So we have to remember the structure. Tenemos que recordar como la estructura, la fórmula, como yo les digo a ustedes, para utilizar el present perfect. Y lo primero que tenemos que tener es saber es que tenemos que escribir have o has. Remember that we use has when we are talking about third person singular. Utilizamos has cuando hablamos de la tercera persona del singular. Plus past participle, más el pasado participio del verbo. Y es aquí también donde hay una parte importante a la que tenemos que irnos y saber qué tipo de verbo es el que yo voy a utilizar. Si mi verbo es irregular, y por ende si es irregular, va a cambiar su estructura, ¿sí? Entonces de esa manera yo voy a utilizar la lista de los verbos irregulares que yo tengo en mi libro en la página 127, ¿ok? O si es un verbo regular, ya sabemos que a los verbos irregulares igual cuando los utilizamos en el pasado simple, entonces nosotros lo único que tenemos que hacer es agregarle un ed a nuestro verbo. Okay, so here we have one example of that unspecified time before now. So here say, I have seen that movie 20 times. Okay, as you see, we can underline, we have, and then the past participle of the verb see, that is seen. Entonces tenemos have y el pasado participio del verbo see. ¿Ok? Que en este caso sería seen. Ok, continuamos. Another example. I think I have met him once before. So if you see, the sentence begins in another way. La oración comienza de otra manera, como con un pensamiento, ¿sí? Pero siempre, como yo sé que voy a utilizar el present perfect, ¿sí? Ya sabemos que la estructura es have plus past participle, entonces por eso subrayamos el have y luego met. ¿Cuál sería el infinitivo de met? Meet. Okay. Here we have another example. There have been many earthquakes in California. Okay, we have again, see, we underline have and then be. Okay, what is the infinitive of being? Is the verb to be. This could be is, are, am, okay? But the past participle of those are, it's, be, been. Okay, we have another example. People have traveled to the moon. And again, we underline have in travel. If you see, travel, it's a regular verb. So the only thing that we do with the verb is add ed. Okay, the second use is referring to an experience. Okay, so here say, I have been to France. Yo estuve o yo estoy en Francia. Yes? Entonces, we use have and we use the verb be. Okay? That's the past participle of the be and it's been. Okay? As you see, we underline. I have another example. You have grown since the last time I saw you. Yes, we underline the verbs that we use in present perfect. Another one, our son has learned how to read. So we are going to underline the word has because our son is he. If you think a little bit, he is the third person of singular. A son is a boy. So that's why we use the has. Okay. Another one, say, scientists have split that atom. Okay, we have again, underline, have, and the past participle of the verb. So I have had 4 quizzes, 5 tests so far this semester. Okay, this sentence is a little bit longer, but we have here again, have, and we are going to use that it's a little bit complicated, un poquito complicado, porque si ustedes ven, tenemos have y tenemos had. If you see, ¿cuál sería el infinitivo de had? Obviamente sabemos que es have, ¿ok? Pero como la regla dice que primero colocamos el have con un verbo de ayuda, ¿sí? Más el participio de otro verbo. No significa que solo porque yo tengo have aquí, o sea, si necesito escribirlo de nuevo en la oración, no lo voy a poder utilizar porque están teniendo se usan de 2 maneras diferentes. Okay, if you see, we underline it. So here again, we are going to see another video. So please pay attention. Please pay attention. We're going to see it. So this is a video about about experience using the present perfect. Okay.
I've eaten in this restaurant many times.
Okay, as you see, we have the answer of the question, or maybe the sentence that he tells to the other man. He say, I've been eating here many times. So he used a construction. Él utilizó una contracción, ¿sí? And what is that? That is the same when we can say I have. Okay, so we have here I have eaten here many times, and we have I've eaten here many times. This is the contraction of I have. Okay, so we use a present perfect to talk about experience in the past up to the moment of speaking. So the man in that moment is saying that he eaten, he had eaten here many times. Yes, but now he said that he is eating. Okay, él está diciendo yo he comido varias veces aquí, ¿sí? Entonces, pero no significa que no haya pasado, pasó varias veces, ¿sí? Desde el momento que lo estoy diciendo. Okay, let's continue.
Do you like Indian food? I don't know. I haven't had it before.
So, here, ahora vamos a ver una negación, ¿sí? Si nos damos cuenta, aquí estamos viendo la negación. Ok. Dice, I have not, but the men say, I haven't had Indian food. So, it's the same if I say, I have not. ¿Sí? Seguimos viendo las contracciones. So, in the second sentence, we use haven't. So, instead of, we put away the little O and use an apostrophe. And that's the contraction of I have not. Ok, y si nos damos cuenta, este es un muy buen ejemplo para ver que la negación, él dice que no ha probado o no ha tenido la oportunidad de comer la comida india, pero no significa que no haya comido otro tipo de comida. Entonces, anteriormente él comió Italian food, British food, French food, but in that moment, he hadn't had Indian food before. ¿Sí? Entonces, si ustedes ven, es diferente, la negación, ¿sí?
Try this chicken. It's delicious. Have you tried this vegetable dish?
Okay, and have you seen? This is the way that we are going to make, or we are going to do a question. So what is the first thing that we have to do when we are going to make a present perfect question? So we have to use the have or has plus the subject and plus the past participle. ¿Qué es lo que pasa? Aquí solo cambiamos las palabras o los verbos del lugar. En este caso ahora vamos a utilizar el have o el has. Primero, luego vamos a poner el subject, que ya sabemos que es nuestro pronoun, nuestro sustantivo en la oración, y luego el past participle, luego el participio del verbo, ¿ok? Okay, excellent. So we are going to continue with our presentation. So here we are. How well do you understand the present perfect tense? So that's the best way is that we are going to at school, but we can go there. So no podemos estar yendo a la escuela solo. Entonces algo importante que podríamos haber hecho era hacer oraciones en la pizarra, ¿verdad? But as a homework, boys and girls, como tarea, if you remember, we talk about different verbs, irregular verbs and regular verbs. So what are we going to do? As a homework, we have 4 regular verbs and we have 4 irregular verbs. So what is your homework? You are going to make sentence with that verbs in present perfect. Su tarea es realizar las oraciones con los verbos que mencionamos en la presentación, ¿sí? Esa es su tarea para el día de hoy. Entonces, I hope you that you're okay. Stay safe, stay at your home, and I hope that in another moment I can record. Maybe you can watch my face, or maybe we can see you at a soon video call. So God bless you guys, and thank you so much.